How did you start to then infuse some of what you learned into the rest of your organization and working with your middle managers, magnificent middle, as you like to call it?
My
Yes,
magnificent
I
middle.
love that. How did you start to make that transition? Because I'm saying this because it is very easy as a quote unquote leader, right? If you're at the sort of top of the org chart, however your organization works, you can embrace a lot of philosophy. You can have a lot of thoughts about what leadership is, but to actually make sure that that is infused into the fabric of the organization, it means you have to invest in that other group of humans who are the ones
Yes.
doing so much of the day-to-day development.
Yes.
So I'm curious how
So
you learned and how you took that on in your organization.
to me, how do you make culture show up and deliver a new culture?
Right.
You, the leader, have to live it and be willing to say, as I failed at culture I want. It started with us writing what our culture would be, what our values and behaviors would be, because culture is the behavior you do every day. That's what culture is.
Right.
We do these behaviors every day for these reasons because these are our values. That took a while for me to write and develop and then start to share with a small team and a bigger team. I was also incredibly fortunate to have a CFO, COO who was so much wiser than I that was able to support when I was out doing my sales thing and he was in supporting the culture and best behavior. And then we spent a lot of time, just the leadership team, working on our culture. We did Working Genius self-assessment. We did Clifton Strang. We did a lot of things to break through our personal barriers so that we could get to know each other and have high trust. And then we always had some simple mantras. Client comes first. If this is not about the client, I don't know what we're talking about. And the other thing was it happens outside of the office. If we're not outside of the office, what are we doing here? And so as you act those behaviors, they then slowly, these simple mantras go from the executive team to their seconds, which then go to the thirds. And I think the other thing that we accepted was that coaching of a team is a skill that is acquired and practiced. And therefore, we created Kern College, where we gave time to teach the skill and practice. Most businesses don't believe in practice.
Yeah.
Safe practice. Every sports team has practice, but every business thinks everyone's showing up with being great pitchers, hitters, and catchers, and who needs practice time? We're just going to win the World Series. And so we tried to break some of those fundamentals bit by bit. Now, it's a little harder because you're always under pressure, but that's how we built culture over time. And it takes 2 or 3 years to actually create a new culture.
Right.
It's not a light switch.